All right, welcome back, guys. Sorry that I have all this very messy. Let me jump right into my account. All right, we're pretty late, but I think we're fine. We do have a lot of time today. All right, let me organize this here. I'm gonna put the chart right here, right next to my. I wanna put the dollar chart and get rid of all this mess. There we go. All right. Yeah, I changed is sound the sound is okay? I changed the cable, whatever. Does it sound good? Thank you. All right, cool. All right, so let me. So I got these new gears, but I haven't like I haven't done my research to try to install them correctly. So for now, I'm gonna stick to what I got, and later in the afternoon, I can spend some time researching how to install these things. All right, so we got. All right, let me open up my trade station for the ADQD and stuff. All right, so we are 1 minute to the bell. I can get rid of this. So we want to set an alert or an alarm for 10 a.m. because we do have existing home sales. So that is a red folder. I cannot just be oblivious of that. We need to be aware of that. So 10 a.m. 9:57, I have an alert, so we are aware that existing home sales is coming out. All right, cool. So we do have this chart up and running. Let's put it here. There you go. Minimize this. All right. Um, so we're off, right? We are off. Let me mark off the overnight high, overnight low right here. No, this is not overnight low. Where's the overnight low? Oh yeah, that's the overnight low for sure. All right, so all these pivots right here. Let's see if we can get support from there. All right. We came close to the 857 during the overnight session though. All right. My magic hat. All right, internals. They opened up on the positive side, plus 400 on the tick chart, plus 1000 on the ADQD. I wanted to be honest. I do think every time we have a federal funds meeting, this thing just go up. Uh, I did some research. The last 4 meetings, the dollar has dropped with Powell statement and Powell's statement and the Q&A. Look, George and I would used to have a joke. When the dollar was going up, I would wear the hat facing forward. If the dollar was going down, I will wear the hat facing backwards. So I'm gonna yeah. Wow, the thing is going up, so it's facing forward today, definitely. For those watching, I'm gonna be here 1:50 in the afternoon for the um, Fed news. We'll be watching the charts, watching the news, listening to this statement and the Q&A. All right, so Tick chart is giving up everything, already below a zero line. Markets are still positive though. RTY is really giving up everything. Damn, it's pretty bearish, along with the YM. All right, so let me configure my Katana here. Group accounts, settings, and I'll put here my own account and Helios. All right, there's no rush for me right now. Dollar's going up. If the dollar does not go to the highs, which is approaching right now, see if I can change this to Helios. There we go. Proportion by equity, no. Copy the master. There we go. Cool. All right, let me test this. I'm just gonna do a test here for my funded account because I usually do it with time, but no, I didn't do it before. So, all right, so it's working. 3 contracts, fine. All right, so we are good to go here. We might have a choppy session today. That's very common. We might get the push after 10, and then we will have to probably wait till Powell comes out. All right, today I'm gonna risk $250, and the risk is set. Let's wait for the setup. Let's wait for the setup. All right, so the pivots actually are putting some pressure here to the buy side. I don't want to rush into anything. I feel like waiting for the right setup just put money into my pocket. I don't want to rush into this. Tick chart broke to the negative side of the zero line. So there's no rush. This can keep dropping though. It's very tempting to get long here because this is a textbook setup. Look how many times have we been here. Wow. Looks like a trap. I've been so many times that I think everybody's gonna be jumping into this thing. I will not be jumping here just because the tick chart is not giving me any information and the dollar hasn't broken to the upside. If it breaks to the upside, I might have some supply, right? Right now is touching its highs. So let's see if we can just hold that pivot created at right before London Open. RTY is certainly going to the demand created during London. All right. So what do we got here? The tick chart went above zero and immediately rejected. So we're at the zero line right now. Now, I do have this software, right? I'll show you while we wait here. Give me 1 second. Let me transfer this. All right, so I do have this panel, right? And I know some of you don't have this tool, but since I have it, I don't think I can live without it. And there are other third-party, not indicators, but scripts that you can buy for NinjaTrader. So the way this works is, all right, let's say I want to risk $250 per trade, right? Here is $250 per trade. So I click here, Smart Risk, and if I want to go long, and I want to, depending on the how wide is the area, right? The target has nothing to do with this, but the risk. If I modify here, if I risk this much, it is gonna put 10 contracts. If I wide the risk, I put it wider, it's gonna take 6 contracts. Meaning, at the end of the day, I'm risking $250 or less, right? So every trade for me is the same, regardless of the area, because of the chart is different every day. So I can be risking 10 points, 20 points, 30 points. It got nothing to do with the money. The money is calculated automatically here with the smart risk, and that is how it should be, right? Um, yeah, the number of contracts are variable, but at the end of the day, I risk, and this $250 depends on the account size. Today, I'm trading the my personal account. It has $20,000, and I have a funded account with with the earn to trade, so I can have similar risks. Um, but if I want to change that, I could do this. If I have different account sizes, I could do this. Like this is the this is the earn to trade. I can copy master. I can fix size. I can percent of the master, so I can increase or reduce my risk on the second account I currently to the size. So, but right now I'm just mirroring. So every time I risk $250, I multiply that in other accounts. So that's a way you can lever yourself and keep quite controlled risk. I think risk management is one of the pillars of being a professional trader. Like obviously your psychology and so on, but if you don't have risk management, and I didn't have in the past, like it's very tough to understand in its time to be ingrained in your personality. Now I do risk $250. I do risk $250 per trade. But if I have a very or a lower probability trade, meaning I'm just longing at it, at the highs, and I think it can continue to go up, I might lower the risk to $100, $150, right? So because I know the location is good in the chart, so I can lower that amount at any time. Very choppy though. To be patient here. So the low on the tick chart is 945. So it's here. So it's coherent with the tick chart. Now it's breaking to the highs. Tick chart is rejecting right now, and we didn't break to the highs right here. But honestly, until we break to the upside or the downside, I'm not looking to trade this thing. Also, we have 14 more minutes to the new home sales. Existing home sales, sorry. Existing home sales is not new home sales. Yeah, existing home sales. Hmm. The dollar got to the same area from London Open, and then we're going back down. No, earned to trade. I'm gonna type it in the chat. Earn to trade. I do have affiliate links for the Apex. I think they give you like 20%. The only thing that I don't like with Apex is that for the withdrawals, um, you have to wait. Like they have certain conditions that are very very stupid, and I do have trades with them. I do have accounts with them, but it's like you need to wait 25 trading days for the first withdrawal, and then like once a month for 4 months until you can retire. I mean, like get all the money in the account. So, and the threshold though, the threshold too. Earn to trade has no threshold, so immediately after you start making money, you can start asking for top step. I haven't used it. But I mean it's fine. You can use any. I think for now, if you're learning, I wouldn't be worried about withdrawals and those type of rules that they might have. So I would choose the cheapest one, and the cheapest one definitely is going to be Apex. All right, I'm gonna put here this one, right? That's my affiliate link, and then you'll have a coupon code. You can put this, and they will give you 50% off. If you are learning, yeah, no problem. If you're learning, you don't need to spend $300 in a funded account. Like if you do the 150,000, probably will cost you $130, and you have $5,000 drawdown. You can practice risk management, or you can go for the 25K. That will cost you probably like, I have no idea, but like $60, $80 max. So we broke the overnight high and we're rejecting it, right? So now we're going up from the, and like I said, this setup was so obvious, right? Right here was so obvious. And I didn't take it for several reasons. Number one, the dollar was lower. And number two, the tick chart was on the negative side. And in reality, this is an overnight area. I would have chosen this. So the only opportunity I would have had, well, actually I had two opportunities to get in. 935, 938. After that, no more opportunities. Do you guys take anything here? So IDQD came below zero line and started to go up from there. So we are plus 500 right now, and the tick chart is rejecting the zero line very nicely. We might have some continuation here. Nice. 949. All right, cool. 949. So you got like 50 points up to the overnight. So one move that I can use, one setup that I might have is we can come down here, reject, break to the downside, and do this. That is one possibility for me. Exited 282. Well, it was a good run too. What was your risk? 49. I would say to 40. 10 points. Nice trade. All right, 4 minutes. 4 minutes we will have existing home sales. 32. 49 to 32. 17. 2 to 1. If you get more than 2 to 1 or 2 to 1 is a good. All right, so we went to the overnight. Immediately rejected that point. It does make sense. The overnight is a very sensitive area every day. Those are one of my favorite areas to trade from. All right, volume today is lower, and it does make sense because the higher volume is gonna come in after the meeting, right? So the news is in 3 minutes. So wait patiently for the news to come out. What is POC? Well, POC is a point of control. Is the highest volume traded at that point, the horizontal volume, meaning if I do a horizontal volume analysis here, so I go here, I do this from here to here, right? The POC for today's trading session from 8:30 to right now will be 972. So the majority of the volume is being traded in this point. You guys see, and the value area will be from 68 to 76. So this is how I have it configured. So you can modify this and have your own rules for this. I just watch this on the big picture. I don't see it for my day trading. So I go during the weekends. I do the daily chart, so the 4 hours, and I put these things so I can see where the POCs are located. Okay. So why I look at this, higher volume areas are usually where institutions bought, right? So that's the past. That is the past. So we cannot have like future information with that. But if an institution bought in certain value areas, so that is their average, right? Or might be their average. This is a guess. You don't know. And usually they can increase position at their average price, so they can buy more, right, or sell more. That's the science behind it, or at least that's my interpretation of how to use the value areas or point of control, etc. Ismael, salud. All right, so news is out. Let's see if we can have some volatility here. Almost zero. Almost zero. Tick chart didn't move. Existing home sales came better than expected on the year over year. Oh, sorry, no, existing home sales for August. The month over month came negative, but that is usually now we're starting to go down in seasonality for the existing home sales. So it was a good number though. All right, dollar is dropping. The dollar is dropping from the supply. So the only opportunity that we might have taken, but not so much because it was an overnight area, and I rather waiting for the zone to be created during the regular trading session, was this one, right? It was this one. I had no information from the internals. It was very early, 9:35. Yes, the dollar was dropping from the highs from London, but I think the dollar might just chop around until 2 in the afternoon when we will have this statement. So if you are not in this thing, I recommend to just trade off of the extremes because this is very choppy. If you're long from 39 or something, then yes, you have anything to do but wait. But I think this is very choppy. Let's wait. So this high was created at 950 and the high is on the tick chart 950. There we go. Yeah, so this is actually the high. So we're good here. Chart is coherent. We have no divergence so far. All right, so the tick chart is creating new lows, right? That doesn't mean this thing is gonna drop. What I care about is the highs. When it's going up, I care about the highs. When it's going down, I care about the lows, because that is what is going to give me the reversal. So the tick chart made a new low, right? But immediately rejected it. So yeah, I do see at least a little bit of continuation, I guess, to the upside. I think that's the most probable scenario right here. The dollar hasn't reached any sort of demand. It's quite high in the curve. Yep. Yeah, this thing is it's not moving. I think it's not gonna move till the afternoon. That's what usually happens. I don't remember if it was the last meeting or the previous one. We had a big move, and then like suddenly at 11, things stopped. Like it was like 20 points till like for 4 hours or something. So you gotta be, you have to be careful. All right, so the tick chart, um, spending the majority of the time on the negative side. This actually can be an area to buy from, but I'm a bit skeptical because of the tick chart. Tick chart is not giving us much information. So the dollar back to the supply. Yo. Relax. Good boy. So sellers are participating in the dollar at 110.8, 110.8. Every time it goes there, it rejects it. So that's our long. That's our long, that area. Let's see the tick chart. Let's see if we can break to the upside so we can have a long setup. I do 500 volume bar. This one. I do have several screens, so I have the 7 minute, the 3 minute, 5 minutes, 30 minutes. I jump up and down, but I trade mainly off of the 500 volume bar on the NQ, the mini NQ. No problem. If you can practice patience in this market, I assure you, you will get a lot better in trading. Because watching the chart and doing nothing is not easy. But if you can just watch the chart and see price moving until something tells you, all right, this is time to go up or go down. Um, I'm very neutral though. I do think I was long biased for several reasons. The short might work if the dollar breaks to the upside, but the dollar already broke and we're not going through. So that could mean that the dollar might stop right there. And if the dollar stops, these markets will go up. If the dollar continues to go up, then yes, we can have some downside, but there's not what is happening right now. Right now, if you see this, we opened here at 61 and we are at 74, but we barely went down. So we opened up here 30. This is a 30-minute, right here. So we opened here. Look where we're at, right at the open. So yes, we rejected. We went to the downside, rejected to the upside, rejected to the downside, and we are just in the middle. I'm more long biased right now, to tell you the truth. I'm more long biased until something happens with the tick chart or the ADQD. For those watching, I will be in the afternoon at 1:50, live streaming the FOMC meeting rates decision. So we will have from 2 till 2:30 to read the statement and the more importantly the summary of economic projection, a report that they put out a few times. I think it's 6 times in a year, and we have 8 meetings, so it's not at every meeting that we have a summary of economic projection. So I will be going over that and see what the Fed is, thinking. And then we'll put Powell to listen to the statement and the press conference. I was going to do it anyway, so I thought like it might be worth just to live streaming it. If we have some trading opportunities, yes, I will be taking them. It's choppier than expected though. When was that we had this? Oh, we had this yesterday. We had that chop from 9:45 until 10:48. Same thing today. But yesterday was a little bit more volatile. So as of right now, I don't feel the um, need to put any trade. There's no setup for me. Tick chart is sideways, completely sideways. ADQD um, is leaning to the long side though. ADQD, not the tick chart. The tick chart is pretty neutral. Latvian inflation accelerator and our market didn't react. What's that? Latvia inflation. That's the global inflation. Global inflation rate. Latvia. The hell is that? Country? I figure. Shit. See you, MS. See you tomorrow. Yeah. This is very choppy though. I won't get chopped up here. Yeah, no, I got it. I figure. So these days are good. We need to prepare for these days and not lose all our money in this freaking chop. If you get to exercise your patience, it will get better. I think that's a very accurate statement. So ADQD hasn't moved in the last 7 minutes. Tick chart is very choppy though. Oh my god. As choppy as it can be. Impressive. We did have that yesterday, so I think waiting here is a savvy choice. As choppy as it can be. My god. let's go over the federal funds rate probability. So we do something while this thing just give us a trade. So what I like to do is this. Give me 1 second. Let me put this screen. 500 share bar screen. I think I'm biased to the long side. Like I rather being long than short. But is your I mean, is in reality is not going anywhere. The dollar is going up, but is back to the supply though. So we might have some continuation to the upside in the equity markets. All right, so let's put here FOMC probabilities, and the watch tool here gives you the probabilities of today having a rate hike. So we do have 75 basis point, 82% probable, and still 18% probable to have 1%. I wanna be honest. This 18% for me is quite high, being a few hours before the statement and the release. But definitely we will have 0.75 75 basis point for sure. All right, so and let's check the investing FOMC rate monitor. If you guys want to know more about this, you just Google Fed funds rate probabilities, and you'll have 83%. So yeah, we will be going with 0.75% this afternoon. All right, let me get rid of this. Choppy. All right, we broke to the upside. Let's see the tick chart. Made a new high. Did it? Yes, it did. So no divergence yet. No divergence. No divergence yet. All right, let's see. Tick chart made a new low. No. All right, so sellers became active. Oh, the dollar is breaking to the upside. There you go. Rich, do you take the loss on the put? Or you still have it? So tick chart made a new high, but immediately rejected the high, and we're back below the zero line. Probably if we get 55, we might take the long in the next 7 minutes. So there is 10 seconds for the next one. See if we can take the long down here. How much is this risk? Which is this risk? Four to one. So there are a few alternatives that I have here. I either take this long, right? So the short the low created here is 32, and on the tick chart is 32. So if we get here and we have a better read on the tick chart, I might take this one long, right here, 53. So we do have a new 7-minute candle and a new 30-minute candle. So let's go over the 30-minute. Wow, 30-minute. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. So tick chart is making higher lows, and this thing is going down. So if we do have 55, but if not, we do have 39, which is the preferred. We do have a lot of things here, like these pivots, all these pivots here. Let's see if we can have it. If we have the setup, then we will put the order. I don't think it's gonna be this one though. So I like what the tick chart is doing. See if we can have some more downside here so we can get into this thing. So the line was touched, but my order would have been 53. No, the actual line was not touched. No, it went to 3/4. remember, this trade is gonna be valid only if the tick chart does not make a new low. If it creates a new fresh low, I won't take this trade. Yeah, tick chart is breaking to the downside though. So this trade is a no-no for me. Get rid of this. This trade is a no-no for me. Let's wait. Might be the next one. ADQD is basically flat for the last hour. I know it's tempting, wanting to just getting this thing long in my area, but the tick chart is not there. So if there's no way for me to take this trade. So it might chop around, and then ultimately, based on what I see on the tick chart, I think it's going to be violated. If we have a turnaround to the upside from here, well, fine, I just missed the trade. So a new 7-minute. Let's go see where the dollar is at. Yeah, we might have some upside on the dollar, downside on the markets. So tick chart again, making new fresh lows here. We don't have any divergence here in the markets and the tick chart. It's just it's so coherent, meaning that it's creating new low here and it's creating new lows in the tick chart, that it basically gives me no information. See if we can have a break to the downside and we'll trade the short. Alright, the 55 is holding, but the tick chart is spending the majority of the time on the negative chart, so there might be a lot of selling happening right there. There we go. So we're breaking to the downside. Now I want to say this. If we turn around from here, if we turn around like in a very bullish manner, meaning with momentum, I think a comeback will be very, very likely here. And instead of me taking this, I rather take it here, and I will lower my risk to $150. So because of it's not the original area, I'll lower my risk here. But we need a breakup on the tick chart as well, and we don't have that. Every time the tick chart is going up, is rejected. So a few likely scenarios, right? If we break this, we do have some pivots here. 1, 2, 3. This supply right here. It's a pretty good one. If not, I do have this one. So I do have several areas, right? If we break to the upside to this one, meaning we get rid of this one. So let's F4, F2. We come here and the tick chart is coherent. I will use this as a support for a continuation, at least to the overnight high. So those are the two likely scenarios for me. But I need the tick chart to break with this thing if it's going to go up. The dollar is going up, so we can. Ooh, the dollar is going up big time. Oh my God, what is going on? What is going on? Someone in the Fed probably send a text out. Shit. Dollar is up big time. Alright, so tick chart is breaking down, creating a new fresh low for the day. That makes us what's going on? Data. Let me get rid of this. I erased the data here. So let me put this one while I fix this screen. Data series. Select this one. There you go. So all the drawings that I had here were gone. Let me put them back. Let me put them back. So I was thinking about this and then this. Right, I rather this one though. I rather this one, but ultimately in any of those is a good short, and the long was this one. Alright, so we can either go ahead to extend this to this part. There we go. Let me transition here. Alright, so we do have a very bullish 7-minute candle right there. Okay, a rejection from the yeah, well, it's rejecting to the upside. Although I do like this area. So now it's more coherent, so I'm gonna put $250, right? If we do have some extreme here, it doesn't look like it's going to get to this area and show me an extreme on the tick chart. 80QD is basically flat. It's more leaning to the upside, but so we have 3 more minutes. So the tick chart is finally rejecting that zero line to the upside. What about the dollar? What about the dollar? Yeah, NQ is dropping slowly, but now it's rejecting to the upside. We want to wait patiently for this thing to give us the setup. We don't want to rush into anything. I do have 66 and the tick chart rejected there. I think this is a good area. We do have several pivots. But the 7-minute is 2 more minutes to go. So that one is working. See if we can have a rejection to the upside so we can trade the next one. I mean, the next one gives us better risk and reward ratio. If I were to trade this one here, stop right here, I would barely. If it gets here, it's 2-to-1. It's too close for me. I understand. I want to get this. I want to maximize my reward right here, and that will increase my probability. Yeah, I would say conservatively 3.5. So dollar breaking up. Dollar is breaking up in a very, very bullish manner though. I want to see what the rates. Let me see the rates. The yields. Trading view here. Bond yield. I'm gonna leave the. I'm gonna go to take a break for a couple minutes, and I'll come back. Okay. I will leave my camera on though. All right, I am back here. 39. Ooh, the 39 it was a good opportunity right here. 1048. Ooh, we do have a divergence to the upside, guys. We do have a divergence to the upside. So if this thing comes back to 39, I think will be a nice long. Let's wait for it. Let's wait for it. Let's check on the risk and reward ratio here. If we go to the overnight high, it'll be 4-1. This might be it. All right. It might be gone. Yes. I don't think it's coming back. All right, picture hasn't made a new high, so we might have the opportunity. Let's wait for it. So one more minute on the 7-minute. Let's go check on the dollar. All right, the dollar is 111. This is crazy, guys. This is really crazy. There's a short squeeze in the dollar. 0.75% to just today. Rates are 3.65, 3.56. For those watching, I'll be here at 1:50 in the afternoon for the Fed meeting. All right, so we're breaking. We're coming back to the zone. See if we can have this trade confirmation. 20 seconds for the next 7-minute. Now I want to acknowledge that this is an overnight zone, but it has worked. So I'm gonna use it. This area that I had here worked just fine, but the risk and reward ratio for me was not there. I was accounting my target being here at around 40. It was barely 2-1, so I don't. If I'm gonna go for 2-1, I might need at least 4-1, so I have the space. So I don't have to be like so precise. All right. Came back to tap the zone and it's rejecting again. Now, every time this thing taps here, the tick chart makes a higher low. when it makes a higher low, confirms the trend to the upside, the trend change. So if we have a double bottom here, but the thing is that, okay, this one is already used up. I'm gonna ignore that. So one likely scenario is this: if we don't get to this supply, but we come here and we reject to the downside, and the tick chart creates new highs, we can do this, right? And we might have to risk probably from here to this low right here. For this location, I will lower my risk. $100 is very, very the location is not good. The good location is down here at 39. So why would I risk the same money, the same amount of money, if I'm trading in a worse location, right? So alright, so let me get rid of this one. There we go. It's 11, almost 11:15. Almost 11:15. I want to be ready here. So this area must put a little bit of pressure to the upper direction, meaning we might so live seen to that buy is a wool contract, see the buy limit order 5. 1 second, so let me cancel all these orders. What the fuck is this? So 7 contracts, right? So live rejected at RMS by quantity. All right. Katana group accounts settings. Copy the master. Yeah, copy the master. these micros. What if I do 4? Alright, let me cancel this. Alright, something is wrong with my account here. Katana, group accounts, settings. Everyone is talking about that Bitcoin going to 0. I don't know. I don't trade Bitcoin, but it's certainly that a lot of people are talking about. It's gonna drag a lot of people though. A lot of investors are in Bitcoin. And the majority are underwater. The majority are losing money. Like I think like the average right now is 28,000. Alright guys, I do have this setup right here. But the more time it spends right here, the less that I like it. Because if we drop from here, this is gonna put some sort of resistance, so I will be very aggressive into moving my stop. Right, so the tick chart coming down to a level that I could feel more confident here to take to the upside. Oh my god. So I did not take this trade. I hesitated. I have a problem with my funded account. I don't know why it's not receiving the orders, and I just got distracted right here. Right, not the best setup of all times, but it's working right now. I was planning to risk less money, $100, because of the location, but I do think we might have more continuation to the upside from here. And the reality is that is chopping around. This thing is not moving too much before the Fed meeting. Hmm. So it was going to be a break-even trade probably. I might have gotten break-even if I. Here's the deal: if you take this trade, you have to live with the risk, because being so bad located is easy for you to be stopped out. So you need to live with the risk. So this might chop around, come back inside the zone, and then finally work. If I were trading from this location, then yes, I wouldn't. I would move my stop. But from here, you're asking the market to stop you out. All right, so this trade is working temporarily. I did not put the order on. I was trying to put the order, but the funded account is not working, so something is going on with that. I'm gonna wrap up this live stream, right? I'm gonna see you guys in a couple of hours. If you like what I do here, please consider subscribing and liking this video. I do this every day, 8:45 for the pre-market and 9:25. You can come back at 1:50. I'll be live for the FOMC, and I will review the summary of economic projection, and we'll do some live trading. Rich, come back in the afternoon, buddy. All right, see you guys. Thank you.